Welcome to the Compact Mysteries podcast from compactmysteries.com, the show where we try to unravel a different bite-sized mystery each week, from baffling disappearances and strange objects to unexplained events and mysterious places. This is episode 37, The Mystery of the Bermuda Triangle. There's a stretch of ocean that has earned a reputation unlike any other, a place whispered about in documentaries, fueled by books and conspiracy theories, and the setting for more than a few Hollywood disasters. It's called the Bermuda Triangle, and for decades it has been blamed for the mysterious disappearances of ships, aircraft, and people. But what is the truth behind the legend, and why does it continue to capture our imagination? The Bermuda Triangle, also known as the Devil's Triangle, is generally defined by 3 points: Miami in Florida, Bermuda, and San Juan in Puerto Rico. Draw lines between those 3 places, and you get a rough triangle that covers anywhere between 500,000 and 1.5 million square miles of ocean, depending on how generous you're feeling with the borders. It's one of the most heavily travelled areas in the world, both by sea and by air, and according to legend, it's one of the most dangerous. The modern mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle took hold in the 1940s, although the idea of strange occurrences in the area predates that. One of the most famous incidents that cemented its reputation was the disappearance of Flight 19 in 1945. On December 5th, 5 US Navy torpedo bombers took off from Fort Lauderdale for a routine training mission. The weather was decent, and the pilots were experienced. But something went wrong. Radio contact became increasingly confused. The flight leader reported that his compass wasn't working, that they had become disoriented. They couldn't tell which direction was west, or even where the Florida coastline was. Despite radio transmissions continuing for some time, they never made it back. A rescue plane was sent to search for them, and it too vanished, along with its 13 crew members. No wreckage was ever conclusively recovered. That single event introduced the world to the concept of the Bermuda Triangle as a place where the standard rules of navigation and physics seemed to break down. But Flight 19 wasn't alone. In 1918, the USS Cyclops, a massive Navy cargo ship carrying over 300 people, disappeared without a trace en route from Barbados to Baltimore. No distress signals, no wreckage, just gone. In 1948 and 1949, 2 British airliners, the Star Tiger and Star Ariel, both vanished while flying through the triangle months apart. And in 1967, a cabin cruiser called the Witchcraft set out from Miami, only to vanish minutes after contacting the Coast Guard. When rescuers arrived, the boat had already disappeared without a trace. With every new case, the mystery grew. Books were written, theories were proposed, and the Bermuda Triangle became more myth than map. It was no longer just a stretch of ocean, it was a legend. But what's actually going on? There have been countless theories, some grounded in science, others floating well beyond it. The most straightforward explanation is the simplest. This part of the ocean is busy, prone to sudden storms, and has unpredictable currents. Combine that with human error, occasional equipment failure, and a touch of bad luck, and you have all the ingredients for maritime and aviation disasters. Some suggest that navigational instruments may be affected by magnetic anomalies in the region. The theory goes that these disturbances can interfere with compasses, confusing pilots and sailors alike. However, organizations like NOAA, the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, have stated there's no evidence of unusual magnetic behavior in the area. There's also the methane gas theory. Some scientists have speculated that large pockets of methane trapped beneath the seafloor could suddenly erupt, reducing the density of the water and causing ships to sink rapidly. While it's a clever idea, there's no clear evidence this has ever happened at a scale that would explain the number of alleged disappearances. Another explanation involves rogue waves, massive, spontaneous waves that can reach heights of up to 100 feet. These are real, documented by satellite, and known to be capable of sinking even large vessels. The North Atlantic is one of the places where such waves are most likely to occur. Of course, no mystery is complete without a few more colourful theories. Some say the Bermuda Triangle is a vortex to another dimension. Others claim it's an alien portal or a hub of lost technology from Atlantis. These theories tend to lack evidence but make for gripping stories. they've also helped the triangle maintain its cultural grip long after many of its incidents have been explained or debunked. And that's the thing. Most of the so-called mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle have explanations. The ships and planes that vanished often did so in bad weather or under mechanical duress. Records that were once thought to show strange patterns now appear no different from any other busy part of the ocean. In many cases, the mystery came not from what happened, but from the lack of information at the time. Still, the legend won't die. It might be less prominent today than in the 70s or 80s, but the phrase Bermuda Triangle still evokes images of vanishing vessels, blinking radar screens, and unanswered questions. That's because the story isn't just about ships and planes, it's about our desire for mystery. We want there to be places where the ordinary rules don't apply, where the sea keeps its secrets, and where some questions remain open-ended. The Bermuda Triangle continues to appear in books, films, and television. It's a kind of modern folklore, constantly retold and reshaped to suit each generation's sense of wonder and fear. Even if science has most of the answers, we're still drawn to the possibility that maybe, just maybe, something out there hasn't been fully explained. Whether the Bermuda Triangle is a region of natural danger, human misadventure, or just a well-branded stretch of sea, its place in popular culture is secure. It reminds us that for all our charts and satellites and radar, there are still moments when things go wrong, when people vanish, and when the vastness of the ocean proves humbling. Perhaps the real power of the Bermuda Triangle isn't in what it hides, but in what it represents, our age-old fascination with the unknown, the thrill of a good mystery, and the haunting possibility that some stories are never meant to have a final chapter. I hope you enjoyed that episode of the Compact Mysteries podcast from compactmysteries.com. If you did, why not leave us a review wherever you get your podcasts? And while you're there, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future episodes. If you would like to support us more directly, please consider buying us a coffee. Head on over to compacthistories.com/mysteries coffee to see how. Also, please check out our other Compact podcasts. You will find them all at compacthistories.com. Thanks for listening, and I'll see you next time.